Have you ever wondered who laid the foundations of the Roman Empire, the civilization that shaped the Western world? The answer to that question is a man named Augustus, the first emperor of Rome. Born in 63 BC as Gaius Octavius, he was just a young lad when he was adopted by his great-uncle, the famed Julius Caesar. His early life was defined not by the pleasures of youth but by the harsh realities of Roman politics. Augustus was thrust into a world of political turmoil, where alliances were as fickle as the Roman weather, and power was the ultimate prize. The city of Rome, with its grandeur and might, was a cauldron of political intrigue and strife. Here, amidst the chaos and uncertainty, Augustus found himself at the heart of it all. Thus, at a tender age, Augustus found himself at the center of Rome's power struggles. The dawn of an empire was upon him, and his journey was just beginning. From a young man in the throes of Rome's chaos, Augustus emerged as a beacon of hope. Rome was in turmoil after the assassination of Julius Caesar, a void yearning for leadership. It was in this chaos that Augustus, then known as Octavian, stepped into the limelight. He formed the Second Triumvirate, a political alliance with Mark Antony and Lepidus to take control of Rome. It was a time of intrigue and power struggles, with each member vying for supremacy. But it was Augustus who had the vision to see beyond the immediate, to imagine a stable and prosperous Rome. The turning point came with the Battle of Actium, a naval confrontation that pitted Augustus against Mark Antony and Cleopatra. The stakes were high, the future of Rome hanging in the balance. With strategic brilliance and unwavering resolve, Augustus emerged victorious. This was more than just a military triumph. It was the moment that marked the end of the civil wars that had plagued Rome for decades. It was the moment that solidified Augustus's position as the undisputed ruler of Rome. The young Octavian had now become Augustus, the revered one, marking the end of the Roman Republic. He had risen from the ashes of a chaotic Rome to usher in an era of peace and prosperity that would forever be remembered as the Age of Augustus. Augustus wasn't just a conqueror, he was a visionary who transformed Rome. This is evident in his 41-year reign, a time marked by significant reforms and groundbreaking achievements. His rule, beginning in 27 BCE and extending to 14 CE, saw the establishment of what we now refer to as the Pax Romana, a period of relative peace and stability that lasted for over 2 centuries. During his reign, Augustus introduced a series of reforms that would forever change the fabric of Roman society. He restructured the government, introducing a system where power was shared between the emperor and the Senate. This was a clever move, as it allowed him to maintain control while also giving the illusion of power to the Senate. In addition to these political reforms, Augustus also made significant strides in the military sphere. He established a standing army, a first in Roman history. This meant that Rome now had a permanent, professional military force that could be deployed at a moment's notice. To protect himself and maintain order, Augustus also established the Praetorian Guard, an elite unit of the Roman army tasked with guarding the emperor. But Augustus's achievements weren't limited to politics and warfare. He was also a great builder, and during his reign, Rome saw an explosion of construction projects. He famously claimed that he found Rome a city of bricks and left it a city of marble. He built roads, aqueducts, and monuments. He established the Roman postal service and even built the first fire department. All these achievements contributed to a Rome that was not just bigger, but also better. Under Augustus, Rome became a city of grandeur, a city of power, a city that was the envy of the world. His reign marked the beginning of Rome's golden age, a period of prosperity and cultural growth that would last for centuries. Augustus left behind an empire that was not just larger but stronger, more efficient and more beautiful. His vision and leadership had transformed Rome, setting it on a path to become one of the greatest empires in history. Augustus passed away in 14 AD, but his legacy lived on. The Roman Empire, thriving on the robust infrastructure he established, continued to flourish. His reign didn't just end with him, it set a precedent, a blueprint for future emperors. shaping the course of the empire for centuries to come. His innovations in governance, his military strategies, his cultural imprints, all echoed through the corridors of time. In the annals of history, Augustus stands as a colossus, a man who turned the course of history and left an indelible mark on the world.